What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. And yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. And my cake. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you to a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you're ready to be a family hero. Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, you're going to get the notifications. It's going to be some information that's going to help you win, keep you informed, or keep you entertained. So with that being said, you know how we get down over here on this channel. We talk about the new scams, the new methods, the new bank scams and methods. We talk about the dark world, the dark web, what's really going on, new sites, new cybersecurity hacking protocols. It's so much going on in today's world, and it's like the age of the people who are doing this is getting younger and younger. And a lot of people are trying to figure out what's going on. How are so many people, kids, flashing hundreds and thousands of dollars on social media? What is people doing now? Ever since COVID-19, scams and fraud have been put in the forefront. A lot of people have, due to social media, a lot of people post videos, show pictures, flash your money like this, and the first thing that come to somebody's mind is, you scam, you a scammer?" And a lot of time people don't even know what a scammer is. And due to the evolution of the world, technology, programs, websites, coding, it's a whole new dark web. It's a whole new dark web world. It's a whole new evolution of scams and fraud and hackers. So people got to start understanding. Just like how everything in the world is getting younger and younger, so are the scammers and the fraudsters and the hackers. It starts off with these games, and people got to start using their brain, and really paying attention to what's going on. We use technology on a daily basis, and everything runs off technology. Technology allows us to be able to live stream, FaceTime each other, text message, utilize applications like Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Chime, PayPal to send money back and forth just like this. Technology is doing all this. Now, people got to understand how deep technology is. Due to technology, it allows us to do anything and everything that we want. So, technology allows us to, the street lights, that's technology. That's ran by technology. The stoplights, red, yellow, green, technology. Is programmed to every whatever time to switch from green, yellow to red. That's technology. Our phones are programmed to do whatever that it does, technology. And when our phones get updates and software updates, is basically a program that's fixing the problems on the last server that our phones are running on. Technology, databases, servers, networks. Because everything with that comes with technology, there's going to be bugs. There's going to be um, glitches. There's going to be all these things, and there's always going to be room for improvement. So people got to understand. We went from keys to start our cars to unlock our doors to push to start and key fobs. Now we could just tap this key fob onto this little magnetic part and it'll unlock that door. That's due to signals and waves and frequencies. that's programmed into this chip, encoded into this chip, into that magnetic box to communicate. People are not understanding how technology really works. So we got Chat GPT, we got AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is another program. This program was designed to basically program and tell people what they need, which is crazy. Anything can be jailbroken. And jailbroken basically means can be tampered with, can be altered because it's a program or a server. That's why people get jailbroken phones, jailbroken computers, because it opens portals and gateways to different sites and different things and APKs and apps that you wouldn't be able to locate or get access to on the normal server that our phones come with. It gets real deep. So, because a lot of people don't know about technology, it's a lot of people getting into the technology world, and I want people to really understand what's really going on. If you can use Cash App and send it to somebody and get it instantly, how is that possible? If you can receive money and store it on this balance on this application, how is that possible? The world is an encrypted place, meaning that everything is encrypted and coded. Usernames and passwords is an encrypted code that allows someone to access this profile that this is connected to. Everything is ran off coding, and coding is basically commands, saying and just in scripts. Basically, commanding and scripting a game, a server for iPhones, the iPhone updates. All these are servers and scripts and programming, right? So due to technology, we can take our debit cards and turn them into virtual cards, meaning that we have these platforms, we have the card number, we have the CVV, we got the expiration date, and linking these cards on different apps, they ask for that information, and once you type in that information is verified, it's now linked on that app. So back to these fraud chat PTG sites. Just like there are apps like Lovable, ChatGPT, and all these different sites that's creating apps for people and pictures and scripts and so on and so on, there are fraudulent sites just like that. And there is an application called or a site on the dark in the dark world called Project X. Now, like I said, dark websites are not www dot blah 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 dot com. No, they are long encrypted addresses that look like Bitcoin addresses, just extra long with .onion at the end. No dark website is .com or anything like that. And then another thing, people say, "Oh, I have a hard. It's all I can't never find a real site on the dark web. This and that dark web sites ain't real on the dark web." Well, people got to understand. Y'all got to start taking stuff serious and start using y'all brain. The dark web is a place where a lot of illegal activity goes on. And if somebody has a site on the dark web and there are cyber police on the dark web, and this police officer, cyber police, can go to this site and buy something and contact and trace this person, what sense does that make? So that's a reason why a lot of people don't find good sites on the dark web, because you either got to have a membership, a login, or have an invite. A lot of people find real sites and people through forums on the dark web, not looking for sites but forums, because you're not gonna really come across no real sites on the dark web unless you know somebody who has a real site or connected to somebody. And it's kind of confusing because if you don't have a site, because we all know to get on the internet, go to google.com, go to YouTube, go to these different sites, but when you go on the dark web, it's like you don't know where to search. So you don't, it's like you stuck, right? But if people search long and hard enough, they figure out things, right? So they got these sites. Now people Project X. Project X deals with a lot of technical work. And on this application or site on in the dark world, it basically allows people to take or buy different cards and different bin numbers and do different quote unquote methods with it. Now, let me break it down to you. So, people heard of the Cash App glitch and this glitch, the Chime glitch and the Apple glitch and this glitch, that glitch, right? So, let me say this. We all heard, I was talking about the ATM jackpotting 6, 7 years ago. I can literally pull up the video where I was talking about it, right? And people wasn't hearing what I was saying. So fast forward to 2026, 2025, 2026, and you hear about ATM jackpotting so much. You hear about so many people putting these malware viruses on these ATMs to make it disperse all of the money out the ATMs. And that malware is basically a virus that fraudster can control the ATM to make it do that, right? So then you got bin numbers, socks and proxies, HTTPs, DNSs, and then you got Project X. Project X is basically a system or site, whatever you want to call it, where you can take different bin numbers and different cards and link them and make them verifiable. So if somebody was to utilize these cards on a Cash App, a Chime, or Apple Pay, or something like that, it'll basically glitch and funds will be added onto the account. The site, there are so many sites on the dark web that are so technical based. Now, this let me say this too right here because I've been saying this for the past 8 years, 7 years, however long, 8 years. Let's say 8 years. People, when if it, when people really pay attention to technology and how things works and what technology can do, people get very interested in it. And I've been interested into technology since a kid because I've seen what it can do. Like it's amazing how with all this information, the same way technology is allowing somebody to have ring cameras and look at the camera on their phone from that camera. If you could do it, you don't think somebody else can do it too? Look at the same camera with getting that information. Just like how our phones got cameras on it that we can't close and shut off, or like how you could close and cover up your camera on your computer, your laptop. You can't do that with our phones. You can't do this or put a camera, or you know what I'm saying? So you don't think so if somebody wanted to tap into your phone's IP and all that, they wouldn't be able to look through your camera at any point in time? You don't think somebody would be able to get into your phone even with a passcode on it? All this stuff is technology, databases, servers, networks. All this information is stored in our phones, in our computers, in our laptops, everywhere that we use these things. We like if you ever used a password for anything on your phone, it's stored in your phone. And if anybody got a hold of your phone and if they was a real compromiser, they can get any information that they want up out of your phone. Hence, how do you think when you delete pictures off of your phone and out of your iCloud, police officers still be able to get the pictures and the information in the text messages because they have police hackers that can get into that system. Once it's on your phone, it's always going to be in there. That server, that cloud, all that. It don't matter how many times where you delete it from, it's going to be somewhere on that phone and they're going to find it. y'all gotta start really thinking about how things are working in this world and what's really going on in this world. A lot of people are see when you don't. That's like somebody being in the house forever, never being outside, and they saying, "Well, you know the sky is blue," but since they never seen it, they got this perception that maybe the sky is purple, and that's what they believe. You can't argue with somebody like that. You can't. When somebody has the wrong information, they believe that it's going to be hard to really until they go out and see it for themselves. And people who think they're right, because everybody always thinks they're right, they are right. They're going to be stubborn. So it's going to take them a while to really go outside and look at the sky and say, "Oh, you're right. It is blue." People got to wake up and accept the fact that we are all vulnerable due to technology, and we are all put in better places due to technology. Technology is pros and cons to everything. Pros and cons to everything. We need technology, but technology is also taken away from us. There are so many new apps due to GPTs. There's so Cali GPT. You got so many different GPT sites that's creating different programs, different sites, different glitches, different programs to debug and to verify, to create new card numbers or bin numbers and cards. And there's so much going on with technology. Most people only know about credit card fraud and check fraud. And there's technology with that too. Technology rules the world. And I'm trying to get people to understand if you can send and receive money, you can do all of these things. These apps is all configured and created. What else do you think you will be able to do? You don't think people can get into servers and databases and intercept payments and transfers or reject or hijack accounts on different servers? Like just like how these companies and banks got a list of everybody who got an account and how much they got in there and can do anything they want to do to these accounts. Cash App can do it, Venmo can do it, Apple Pay can do it, Chime can do it, Zelle can do it. It's the same thing. So somebody can hijack that database and see what's going on and can pull from this account or that account and can control what's going on because they got to the database of this high powered company. What do y'all think was really going on? You think just imagine somebody getting to a Chase Bank or Wells Fargo Bank or whatever bank and sending a quarter out of everybody's account out of who got a bank account with this bank into this account. It might be a quarter. It might be that's a lot of money. That's over millions of dollars. Because just think about how many people bank with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, Truist. There's so many banks out here in the world. So just imagine people being able to get into these databases and send a quarter out of every account with that bank. Who's gonna notice a quarter out of their account? They're gonna think it's a fee from the bank. The fee that quarter might be cheaper than the fee from the bank. Listen, technology allows people to be able to be in that type of world and space. Because once you put your money into that bank account, it's now a digital number. That cash isn't going in there. They're using that cash to loan to people, to pay other, to do different things, to give to other people all different types of stuff. That number in your bank account, a bank account is really a facade. It's basically just a number and a profile that's ran off technology. And let's say the bank's closed and shut down, you can't get no money out the bank. Then what? You can't physically go get that money that you got in your bank account because it's not no longer physically there. It's a digital number. That's what people got to start thinking, man. Technology, tech fraud, tech world is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game, and we people make fun of geeks and nerds and people who be different and be on the computer all day, but they be powerful. And at the end of the day, these sites, these cyber crimes, there's always a victim at the end of the tunnel. It might be me, it might be the bank, it might be you, it might be us, it might be everybody, it might be both. So, like I tell you guys all the time, Make sure you guys are getting your Norton LifeLock to monitor all your financial and social media accounts to make sure no suspicious or funny activity is going on, and to monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is on there floating around for anybody to buy. Make sure you guys are freezing all three of your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience, so nobody can get anything in your name, no loans, credit cards, lines of credit, no cards or apartments, not even you unless you unfreeze it. And make sure you guys are getting new credit card or debit cards, credit card numbers every so often. We use the same card for so long, and every time we use it, that card is going on a new database, and it's always a database leak, compromise, or hack. So get new cards, new information. That old information will no longer be valid, and if it was potentially to end up on a leak or a hack, it wouldn't work because it's no longer good. So make sure you guys stay more safe, stay more cautious, and more aware of what's going on in this real crazy world that we all are living in. Because hey, we can't control it. We could just all be aware and help us stay more safe and more cautious from it. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all there be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gyms are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600 cash app or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your cash app or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book your seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 250. Make sure y'all book your seat on the crypto tour in person limited gyms, 3,500. Make sure y'all book your seat on the month long mentorship, 750. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram, the Potato app, Discord, Millionaire Networking World. Still look for people for the production company. Make sure y'all checking out my OnlyFans, my Patreon, my I got a lot of places where I do business. OnlyFans, Patreon, Discord, Telly. Make sure y'all checking them out. Got a lot of good deals and prices for going on, credit, all that. So make sure y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all check it out. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. All my YouTube channels, my Twitches, IGs, TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, Kick, all that. Got to update a couple of these, and make sure y'all check it out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all get in, y'all fit in with these lows. All right, 125 and up, Cash App, Bitcoin, Apple Pay payments, and screenshots. When y'all ready, let's get to work. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know I get down in these videos. I see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.